Focus. Okay, so far ba nakakatulong yung mga mga materials, yung videos, notes, okay? Okay, sige. Sabihin niyo lang kung may gusto kayong i-improve at para magawa natin ng tawag dito. Magawa natin ng paraan. Okay. Okay, so tulad ng sinabi ko kanina, magko-consider tayo ng examples. Okay, na related sa Taylor series. At ang first example na pag-uusapan natin ay yung differentiation, okay, ng Taylor series expansion. So let's say na meron tayong okay. So let's say na meron tayong isang term dun sa series na u sub n of x, okay, na continuous. Okay? Dapat yung derivative nito ay continuous din, right? Pinag-usapan natin to before. So dapat yung derivative nung term by term na sa series ay continuous din. Continuous din. Yan. And then, yung series na yan ay dapat uniformly convergent. So, a sub n, x to the n ay dapat uniformly convergent. Okay, so we can find a differentiated na series, okay, or series na differential nito, okay, na power series din that has the same continuous na functions at same na convergence, okay, as the original series. Okay, and we can prove that easily, okay, by taking the derivative of the function. Okay. So let's say we have this function f of x na in-express natin in a series. So yung f of x is expressed as a series function. Okay. X to the n. Okay. At yung isang property is the derivative of a series, the derivative of a sum is the sum of a derivative. Diba? Ibig sabihin nun, sum, okay, a sub n and then yung derivative. Okay, nung xn. Right? A sub n dito is a constant. Okay, and ano ang derivative niyan ngayon? Hindi yun ang sagot. Anong derivative niya? N x to the n minus 1. Yun ang tamang sagot. Okay? Okay. Kasi may sumagot. Hindi. Mali. Okay. Now, tignan natin ang gagawin natin dito. I replaced n equals 0 na beginning index with n equals 1. Okay? Kasi walang sense yung n equals 0. Yung first term is 0 eh. Okay? Pag 0 ito, anong first term? 0 kasi may coefficient ka kagad na 0. So it's the same as if I replace the first index with 1. Right? Okay, so hindi na natin siya isasama sa ano? Gets ba? Yes, tinatanong ko sila. Okay na? Kasi pag 0 yan, anong first term? 0. So hindi na natin siya kailangan isama sa series. Pwede pa rin natin ilagay yung 0, pero syempre unnecessary na siya. Exactly. Or nauulit. Or redundant. Or nauulit. Or redundant. Okay. Na-miss nyo yung jokes ko, no? Buti pa kayo. may hugot din. So, syempre, check natin to for convergence kasi yun nga yung gusto natin i-prove na yung convergence ng original series is retained when you take the derivative of the series, of that series. Okay? So, anong pwede natin gamitin dito na ano? Yung test. Ratio test. So, limit ng a sub n plus 1, n plus 1, x to the n. Nakuha niyo kung bakit x to the n yan? Kasi papalitan niyo yung power ng n plus 1 and then n plus 1 minus 1. Diba? So that's x to the n. Okay? All over a sub n, n x to the n minus 1. Okay, syempre coefficients lang naman yung a sub n plus 1 at saka a sub n. Pwede natin ilabas yung mga yan. So, actually, wag na natin ilabas. And we want to generalize this. Kasi yung a sub n can be any coefficient. Okay? Pwede siyang alternating series, di ba? So we want to test for uniform and absolute convergence. So lalagyan natin ito ng absolute value ngayon. Okay? So equal ngayon to sa limit as n approaches infinity ng n plus 1 over n tapos a sub n plus 1 over a sub n ups and then times x. And for this to be continuous, according to the ratio test, dapat ito ay less than 1. Okay? Okay. Now, yung gagawin ko is ililipat ko yung absolute value ng x sa kabilang side. So what will happen is this. Less than 1 over absolute value ng x. Pwede kong gawin yan kasi wala siyang power ng x. Hindi siya, di ba? Hindi siya x to the n. Basta x lang siya. So pwede ko siyang i-remove from the limit. Di ba? From the limit function. Or from the limit operation. Right? Okay? Ngayon, tatawagin kong itong limit na ito as 1 over r. Okay, so yung limit na yan, okay, equate ko yan sa 1 over r. So what we get is 1 over r is less than 1 over absolute value ng x. Ano? Oh, power series din siya. Oh, kasi alam niyo kung ba tinawag na power series? Yes. Or absolute value ng x is less than r. Okay, and remember, this can be written as negative r less than x less than r. Okay, so if this series is convergent, okay, dun sa tawag dito, negative r, okay, then that means that yung derivative ng series na yon is also convergent in the same interval. Ano current? Okay? Gets? Yes. Siyempre, ano tayo? Example. Ganyan ang jokes nyo? Ganyan ang jokes ng joke ng PE? Okay, series ng sine of x. Naalala niyo ba?
Yeah. From negative to one.
So sum from n equals 0 to infinity.
Negative one. Wait. Yes. That's one. Or yeah.
Okay. Okay, so ano natin to, i-write out natin to. So yung first term is x over 1 factorial, di ba? Minus x cubed over 3 factorial plus x to the 5th over 5 factorial minus, okay, and so on and so forth. And if you take the derivative of that, anong derivative ng x? 1 minus 3x squared over 3 factorial, which is 3 times 2 times 1. Tama? Okay, so mamaya ko natin i-simplify yan. And then ito, 5x to the 4th over 5 times 4 factorial. Okay lang ba kung isulat ko yan na ganyan?
Yes.
Gets ba yun? Minus. Okay, so ito magiging equal sa 1 minus x squared over 2 factorial plus x to the 4th over 4 factorial minus, which is equal to sum from n equals 0 to infinity ng negative 1 to the n x to the 2n over 2n factorial, which is nothing but cosine x.
Yes.
Ayos?
Yes. So we can prove that we see that.
Exactly.
Huh. Okay.
Okay, another way to go about it is with hindi nyo na-expand, mag-work kayo dun sa ano, sa summation notation. Negative 1 to the n, and then kunin nyo yung derivative ng x to the 2n plus 1 over 2n plus 1 factorial. Okay, so that will be equal to sum from n equals 0 to infinity ng negative 1 to the n. Siyempre, magkakaroon tayo ng factor na 2n plus 1 over 2n plus 1 factorial x to the 2n. Tama ba yan? Okay, and sum from n equals 0 to infinity ng negative 1 to the n. So, x to the 2n over 2n factorial, which is nothing but cosine x. Okay, para masanay kayo sa both na ano, yung pag in-expand nyo yung series at saka pag naka-series lang siya. And we didn't even need to change yung ano, yung index. Okay? Yes. Yung alin?
Minus one. So 2n plus 1.
Kasi di ba pag nag-take ka ng derivative, yung may tinatanong mo? Di ba pag nag-take ka ng derivative, kukunin mo muna yung power, yun yung magiging coefficient mo. Ah. So yung 2n plus 1 over 2n plus 1 factorial ay 2n plus 1, 2n factorial. Right? So, cancel yan. Parang dito, nag-cancel ito nag-cancel. Yes. Kasi yun yung power nung, di ba pag nag-take ka ng derivative, you're taking the derivative of x to the 2n.
The 2n plus 1 factorial, how does it become 2n plus 1 times 2n factorial? Why isn't it just multiply to n factorial?
Di ba babawas ka lang na isa? Di ba parating, di ba, pag 3 factorial, 3 times minus 1, di ba? 2 times minus 1, which is 1. Ano bang 2n plus 1 minus 1? 2n.
So it's the...
So yung next niyan bale, so 2n plus 1 times 2n. Yung next nito is 2n minus 1. And then susunod niyan is 2n minus 2, so on and so forth.
So I can take out 2n.
So bawas ka lang ng isa every time.
Yan.
Okay, may iba pang questions?
They
May energy pa kayo ah. Ay, kinokopya niyo pa ba? Okay na. Okay na? Okay, now we can define yung tinatawag na uniqueness theorem. Okay? So, each power series is unique. Ibig sabihin, mathematically, f of x is equal to, if f of x is equal to this power series, okay, at yung range ng convergence niya is from negative RA to positive RA, okay, and we have another series. Tama ba to? Tama ba to? Okay, dapat yata g of x ang nilalagay dyan para hindi siya confusing. Okay, b sub n, x to the n with another range of convergence.
Yep.
Okay, with overlapping intervals of convergence, then hindi, tama. Dapat f pala to. So may overlapping ano yan, range of convergence. So including the origin, then a sub n, each of the term by term ay equal sa isa't isa for all n. Okay. $30 minutes na lang para sa first exam. 30 minutes. Buti pa siya nag-check ng Google Calendar, oh. Kayo Wala kayo. Yung mga nag-check ng Google Calendar talagang updated eh. Let that be a lesson, sabay ganun. Okay. So, okay, so halimbawa, meron tayong ganitong klaseng ano. Okay, na kung saan yung R is less than RA tsaka RB. Okay, so gawin natin set x equals 0. Anong lalabas? First term lang, di ba? Okay, so A naught is equal to B naught. Okay. Okay, next, differentiate natin. Pag kinuha natin yung ano, so step 1, and then step 2, differentiate. So pag kinuha natin yung derivative niyan, anong derivative nung nasa left-hand side? N, A sub n, x to the n minus 1, right? Is equal to n equals 0 to infinity ng n, b sub n, x to the n minus 1. And then, set x equal to 0 ulit. lalabas A1 is equal to B1. Okay? So if we do this process over and over again, we see na bawat isa sa mga term, A sub n ay equal sa B sub n. Okay, which proves yung uniqueness theorem. Okay, so in other words, if you see two series, okay, that are defined by the same function pero magkaiba ng range of intervals pero yung range of intervals ay overlapping, okay, then those the terms in each of the series are equal to each other. Okay? Hindi sila ibang series, so unique yung series na yan. So, yes? Yes.
So we set x equals to 0 to the first summation, so A equals to B naught.
Yep.
Then we differentiate.
Yep.
So therefore, if we differentiate it, then if we return it to the original function, A1 equals to B1, we set it x equals to 0. And if we differentiate it again, we set it derivative, then A sub 2 equals to B sub.
After setting it to 0,
And then-
x equals 0. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So just repeat.
Yes. Or, yeah. Okay, so for example, if we define yung Maclaurin series, okay, let's say ng f of x is equal to, ano bang Maclaurin series? Nalala niyo ba? Yes.
Actually, it's the n over n.
Hindi, okay lang. Okay lang. Kasi yung first term naman is 0. Okay lang. Hindi ko na inano yun. Para ang focus natin dun sa derivation. Okay, anong Maclaurin series? X to the n over n factorial and then nth derivative ng f at yes. And we compare it to the power series a sub n x to the n. Because of the uniqueness theorem, we say na a sub n is equal to the nth derivative of f at x equals 0 over n factorial. Okay. Ayos. Ito yung x sub n, di ba? Tapos ito yung x sub n. And dahil nga sa uniqueness theorem, term by term equal sila. So, yung a sub n natin ngayon dito will be equal to this.
Yes. Anytime.
So we divide the numbers of the kilos. I don't know. Then so you have this.
Yes.
So then just.
Okay? Yes. Di ba madali lang? Madali lang ang 1-to-1, di ba? O pwede na tayo mag-exam ngayon. Yes. Okay, sige. Sige. Ano?
Was the x to the enter just canceled out?
Hindi. Term by term yung inaano natin, yung kino-consider natin. We're not canceling out anything. Ang sinasabi natin is, dahil nga sa uniqueness theorem, A1 is equal to the first derivative of f evaluated at x equals 0 over 1 factorial. Term by term. Then A2 is equal to the second derivative of f at x equals 0 over 2 factorial.
Okay.
So, di ba pag in-expand natin tong nasa left-hand side, we have f of 0, di ba, plus x first derivative, di ba? Plus x squared second derivative evaluated 0 over 2 factorial plus and so on and so forth. And equate natin yan sa a naught plus a1x plus a2x squared and so on and so forth. So what ang sinasabi ng uniqueness theorem is that yung coefficient ng x to the 0 dito, which is f of 0 at saka a naught ay equal. Yung coefficient ng x to the first power, which are a1 at saka f first derivative, are equal. Yun yung term by term na ginagawa natin. Yun yung statement na ito. We're not canceling anything. Okay. Basta term by term, A2 is equal to this. Okay? Okay. Any more examples? Any more questions? Any more examples? Ibig sabihin, pwede tayong mag-define ng dalawang series at pwede natin equate yung dalawang series sa isa't isa. As long as nasasatisfy nila yung conditions ng range of convergence.
So individual
Yes. Term by term talaga. Term by term. Okay?
Does this only apply for power series?
Yes, it applies only for power series, but power series applies to every function. Kasi you can define a power series for any function using Maclaurin series or the Taylor series. Kaya nga, exactly, yun na nga yung sasabihin ko next eh. Wala nang coffee para sa tao na to. Okay. May questions pa? Okay. Sige. Mag-consider tayo ng iba pang examples, more examples pa. So, di ba minsan ang hirap mag-evaluate ng limit? Or hindi lang minsan, baka every time nahihirapan kayo mag-evaluate ng limit, no? Meaning nyo na. Nahihirapan, no? Di ba? Parang yung pag-amin nyo na na-miss nyo yung jokes ko, di ba?
Yes. Yes.
Evaluate this limit. Kung hindi nyo alam ang power series, ano ang second step? Tinanong ko kagad yung first step kasi alam ko na yung second step kasi alam ko yung first step ninyo eh. Anong first step ninyo? Iiyak. Ano ang second step? Acceptance. Next problem. Paano approach nyo dito? Okay, mag-L'Hopital kayo, di ba? Okay. Ilang beses kayo magla-L'Hopital? Okay. So, pag ginamit nyo yung L'Hopital, anong lalabas sa sagot?
1/2.
Wala. Tama?
Yes.
Tama.
1/2.
Okay. Kasi yung first derivative sa taas is minus is sine, di ba?
Yes.
Di ba? And then yung second derivative niya is cosine. Cosine ng 0 is 1. And then yung sa baba naman is first derivative is 2x and then yung second derivative niya ay 2. So lilitaw ay 1. Okay. Now let's use power series dito. So 1 minus, anong power series ng cosine? 1 minus x squared over 2 factorial plus
Minus F3 to the 6.
okay, over x squared. Okay, so yung first term dito, itong 1 magka-cancel with this 1 dyan. Okay? So ito ngayon ay limit as x approaches 0 ay ng anong matitira? So minus x squared divided by x squared. Ang matitira na first term ay 1/2. Minus or minus times positive is minus x squared over 4 factorial. Plus, and then syempre, ina-expect natin dyan x to the 4th over 6 factorial. Plus. And then when you evaluate that to 0, makikita nyo yung 1. Okay? So, meron na kayong dalawang approaches ngayon kung paano i-take yung limit niya. Ano na? Anong pagbawal? Siyempre dito sa course na to, power series lang tayo talaga. Wala magla-L'Hopital. Oo. Unless na absolutely necessary. Diba? Ha? Pwede nyo ipang-check ko. Pero yung solution na i-consider ko ay yung power series solution. Okay?
Kailangan sa isip yung close. So yun niya, kailangan
How it's even so.
Oh. Alam nyo,
Yes.
pagdating nyo pagdating yung second year, pag end ng second year, kabisado nyo na lahat yan kasi paulit-ulit yung ginagawa yan. Actually, dapat nga kabisado nyo na ngayon eh. Kasi cosine is just 2n lang yung coefficient, yung ano niya, power niya. Ang sine is 2n plus 1, di ba? Oh. Ang exponential is just n. X to the n over n factorial. Ganun lang siya. Walang power series. Ay, walang alternating series pag exponential. So, alam niyo, madali lang siyang kabisaduhin. Yung mga standard na expansion. Okay? Okay, so another example. So, the classical, hindi ko alam kung paano binibigkas ito. It's French. Sinong marunong mag-French dyan? Okay, so leads to this expression, classical Langevin. Panindigan na natin yung French, di ba? The classical Langevin theory of paramagnetism leads to an expression for the magnetic polarization. Polarization. Alam niyo tong mga functions na to? Yes. Okay. So yan yung equation. Langevin theory. Oh. Si classic. Hindi siya, well, ang classical physics ay separated from modern physics. Ang modern physics is ano, pag pinag-aaralan na yung theory ng atoms. Yeah, matututunan niyo lahat 'yan. Okay. So ang task is to expand P of x as a power series for small x, okay? Okay. So, okay, expand P of x as a power series for small x. Kung halimbawa ito na yung exam, anong magiging approach niyo dyan? Hindi, so far, ano na ba yung mga alam yung alam yung mga functions, alam yung mga power series. Yeah, so you work with those, di ba? Oh. Pero ito kasi ay hyperbolic cosine tsaka hyperbolic sine. So hindi natin alam yung power series for those. And hindi niyo naman ma-relate ng basta-basta yung cosine hyperbolic cosine with cosine or sine, di ba? So anong function yung alam niyo na pwede niyo i-relate with this hyperbolic cosine tsaka hyperbolic sine? Ha? Hindi siya yung Euler, iba. Kasi yung Euler is may imaginary term. So yung yeah. So halimbawa, ito ay e to the x minus e to the minus x over 2. Okay, at ang e to the x ay sum from n equals 0 to infinity ng for small x. Yung may tinatanong mo? Ang daming math. Ang tawag kasi sa course na to mathematical methods eh. Madami talagang math. Okay, ano yung
That's double angle or that's double angle for
ano yung sabihin?
double angle po yung ginagamit for the parallel.
Ano yung sabihin na double angle? Hindi ako familiar dun sa ano na yun.
Double angle.
Ha?
I need to edit my notes.
1 minus? Yun yung sinasabi na hindi siya double angle. Hindi. Okay, so expand muna natin yung e to the x. So ang expansion yan is sum from n equals 0 to infinity. Okay, ilalagay ko muna yung 2 dito, okay lang? Kasi may 2 dito, iangat ko muna siya doon, no? Para e to the x minus e to the minus x lang yung tatrabahuhin natin, okay? Okay, minus. Okay, alam niyo yung gagawin dito? Remember, yung x naging minus x, which means na ito negative x to the n yung gagawin ninyo over n factorial. Okay? Okay. So, itry muna natin yung mag-expand para makita nyo kung anong mangyayari. So, anong first term dito? 1. Di ba kasi n equals 0? And then second term ay x to the first power plus x squared over 2 factorial plus okay. Minus. Okay, first term is 1. Okay, ito sorry, ito pwede nating isulat as negative 1 to the n x to the n over n factorial. So magiging alternating series siya. Naintindihan niyo kung bakit pwede siyang isulat na ganyan? Okay, so 1 and then minus x plus over 2 factorial minus x cubed over 3 factorial plus. Okay, at anong magka-cancel? So, x hindi, sorry. Hindi magka-cancel ay yung 1. Okay. 1 minus 1. Then yung x squared minus x squared over 2 factorial. So lahat ng even terms ay nawala. So ito magiging x plus x cubed over 3 factorial plus x. Okay, at ito, remember, kailangan marunong din kayo magsulat ng ng power series. So pag sinulat nyo ito in power series, ito magsa-start from 1, okay, to infinity ng x to n plus 1. Pag ibig sabihin, hindi na siya magsa-start from n equals 1. Start siya sa 0. Okay. Over 2n plus 1 factorial. Tama? It's, yes. So, di ba sign siya pero wala yung alternating series. Okay?
Now, the
Ha? Hindi ko pa binabalik yung 2. So, equal pa rin yan sa 2 sine hyperbolic x. Yes. Ha? Ay, oo nga pala. Tama. Oh, kasi bawat term dito ay may madodoble, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, ito, x plus x is 2x, di ba? So, dapat ito may 2. Ito may 2. Ito may 2. Okay? So tama kayo na dapat. Okay. Nawala na yung 2 dyan. Okay? So, magka-cancel yung 2 na nandito with all of these 2 na coefficients. Okay? Alam ko naman yun. Chine-check ko lang kung hanggang kailan kaya bago ignore nyo na yung joke na yun? Okay. Okay, so let's do hyperbolic cosine. And then lalagay ko ulit yung 2 dun sa ibabaw. So, ang hyperbolic cosine is e to the x okay? So, n equals 0 to infinity ng x to the n over n factorial plus sum from n equals 0 to infinity ng x to the n negative over n factorial. So ito is 1 plus x squared over 2 factorial and so on and so forth. X cubed over 3 factorial. So, plus 1 minus x plus x squared over 2 factorial minus x cubed over 3 factorial plus and so on and so forth. Okay? At dito magka-cancel lahat nung yan. Ito. Okay. And then matitira yung mga even na terms. So may 2 ka na factor din doon. So 2 times 1 plus x squared over 2 factorial plus x to the 4th over 4 factorial. So on and so forth. So this leads to cosine hyperbolic of x equal to the sum from n equals 0 to infinity ng x to the 2n over 2n factorial. Yes.
How are they different but the same?
Hindi ko naintindihan yung question mo.
Hyperbolic cosine of x equal to cosine of x.
Hindi. Kasi alternating series yung cosine of x. Ito ang cosine of x is sum from n equals 0 to infinity negative 1 to the n x to the 2n over 2n factorial.
Also, if you derive push x.
Alternating yung ano.
Not alternating.
Yeah, pwede mong sabihin na gano'n. Pero, ha?
Ano po yung story nila?
Ano yung itsura niya sa graph?
Falling po.
Hindi ko na maalala actually. Oh. Pero ano natin. I-check natin. Balikan natin yan after the break. Kung ano yung itsura niya sa graph. Hyperbolic cosine.
Here.
Wow.
You want to cinch that?
Kaya very yeah, this is like
And this is cinch.
Sine hyperbolic x graph. Ayan.
Yeah.
This is sine x.
So, ganyan siya.
Yeah. This is it. And this is
Okay? Yes. Sine hyperbolic yun. Pag cosine, yan ang cosine.
So it's not alternating anymore. Like I said, here, cosine is alternating. So sine.
Okay, so we're gonna pause then. So i-recall natin tong problem. Ang problem is to expand the power series, expand P of x as a power series for small x. Okay? So remember that we want to do this for small x. Okay? So ang ganito ang gagawin natin. Okay. Yan. Okay, ayun na yung small x natin. So expand natin yung power, expand nga natin yung power series in terms of for small values for small x. Ayun, no? Lang yan. Okay, so ano ibig sabihin nun? Ano ulit ang expansion ng cosine hyperbolic of x? X to the 2n over 2n factorial. O, di ba? Unti-unti nyo nang nakakabisado. O tumingin kayo sa notes. Or ginanon nyo. First term nito ay? Anong first term? 1. Second term? Third term? Okay. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng for small x? You want the value of x to be very small. Okay? Yun lang naman yung ibig sabihin nun. So anong consequence nun ngayon pag ginamit mo na yung expansion? Okay? So of course 1 is just 1, di ba? Wala namang x diyan eh. X squared, if it's a small value of x, significant pa rin ba yung x squared over 2 dun sa sum? Yun yung tinatanong pag gusto niyo malaman kung small values of x. So tingin niyo significant or hindi? Well, kung hindi, di ibig sabihin 1 lang yun nandoon, di ba? And it will make sense mamaya pag nagano tayo. So isama lang natin yung first term na x squared. Okay? Just for tawag dito, just for fun. Okay? X to the 4th over 4 factorial, definitely for small values of x, dahil 4th power na yan, okay? napaka-insignificant na nung x to the fourth. Tapos i-divide nyo pa by 24. Di ba? Alam nyo kung bakit 24?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, ibig sabihin, for small values of x, cosine hyperbolic of x is approximately equal to 1 plus x squared over 2 factorial. Okay? At marami kayong gagawin ganyang klase approximation sa physics. Okay? You're going to neglect a lot of those higher order terms, okay, by assuming small values of these tawag dito parameters. Oh, ay maraming assumptions ang ang physics. Shumera. Sine hyperbolic of x. Anong series expansion nito? X to the even siya, di ba? So x to the 2n plus 1 over factorial. Ang first term nito ay, ang second term ay, third term ay, okay. Now, just for the sake of argument, isasama ba natin yung x for small values of x? Oh, kasi sinama natin yung x squared di ba? So, of x, sine hyperbolic of x is approximately equal to x. Sama ba natin yung x cube? Huwag na natin isama yan. Okay, so which means na yung p of x ngayon ay pwede nating isulat as yung numerator is cosine hyperbolic ng x, di ba? So cosine hyperbolic ng x over sine hyperbolic ng x minus 1 over x. So equal to sa c times 1 or approximately equal na siya sa c times 1 plus x squared over 2 over x minus 1 over x. Or equal ngayon to sa, so 1 over x, ang first term is 1 over x minus 1 over x. Di ba? Nagets nyo ba? Hindi. Di ba? Plus x over 2 minus 1 over x. Yan, nakuha nyo ba yan? Okay? So magka-cancel ito. At ang matitira ay cx over x squared. Ina-assume kasi nga natin na small values yung x eh. So hindi na significant yung x cube. Sinasabi natin na pwede pa siyang isama. Kasi ito na yung point ko. Pag hindi nyo sinama yung x squared na yan, magiging 0 lang yung p of x. Tignan nyo. Di ba? Pag hindi nyo sinama yung x squared, 0 na kagad. Right? Pati yung score nyo sa exam, 0 na rin.
So we're only i-include lang ang first term na minus s.
Hanggang x squared. Hanggang x squared. Para mag-make sense yung para mag-make sense yung solution. Okay? Okay? Okay. So for small values of x, ang p of x is approximately equal to cx over 2. Okay. So next. Now this one is another powerful method, technique. And it's called binomial expansion. Ha? Bakit? Gusto mo i-share o Okay. Binomial expansion works for this specific form of function. 1 plus x raised to the m. Okay, any function na ganyan yung form, okay, ay tawag dito, pwede nyo i-apply yung binomial expansion. So what we're going to do is, with this type of function, kunin natin yung series expansion niya, at yung series expansion niya, ang tawag doon ay binomial expansion. So we're going to use Maclaurin series to get the series expansion of this function. Ano ulit ang Maclaurin series? Ang f of x ay equal sa f of 0 plus, okay, start tayo parata sa ano, n equals 0 to infinity ng x to the n over n factorial and then nth derivative. Okay. Hindi, kasi kailangan mo ilagay yan kasi pag hindi 0 yan, Taylor series yun. Pag x equals 0, Maclaurin series siya. Yes. Yes! Ang first term is f of 0 plus x f prime of 0 plus x squared over 2 f double prime of 0 plus x cubed over 3 factorial, third derivative at x equals 0, and so on and so forth. Okay, ito na. Ang first term is f of 0. Ang f of x is 1 plus x to the m. So anong first term? 1. Ang second term ay first derivative ng function times x. First derivative ng function ay m 1 plus x raised to the evaluated at x equals 0. Right? Okay. Over, may coefficient ba? Wala. Walang coefficient, no? And then may x pa dyan. Okay. Okay. Plus x squared over 2. So second derivative. M times m minus 1. 1 plus x raised to the m minus 2 evaluated at x equals 0. Okay, so ganyan ko na lang siya. Dito lang. Okay, so 1 plus x, 1 plus, ano na siya? Mx. Diba? Kasi yung 1 plus x raised to the m minus 1 evaluated at x equals 0 is just 1. Right? Right? So, this one is equal to 1. Ito ay equal din sa 1. Okay, so ang matitira ay 1 plus mx plus m times m minus 1x squared over 2 plus, mahulaan nyo na siguro kung anong kasunod dito, m minus 2 x cubed over 3 factorial. Okay? Plus m minus 1. So, lagay akong plus dito and then tugdok-tugdok dyan. M minus 1, m minus 2 hanggang sa m minus n minus 1 x to the n over n factorial and so on and so forth. Naintindihan niyo kung paano nangyari yan? Sige, tataas ko para makita ninyo. Dalian yung tignan, medyo mabigat. Okay na. Naka-workout ng konti yung daliri ko. Naintindihan niyo kung paano nakuha yan? Okay. Sino hindi nakaintindi? Sabihin niyo na para ma-explain. Okay? Sige. Nasulat niyo ba sa notes niyo? Kasi mag-next page ako eh. Okay. Nasa utak na. Mm. Now, ang focus natin ngayon, dito muna tayo mag-focus. Mamit naman tayo ng ibang kulay. Itong coefficient na to. Okay? Yan muna. Yes. Yes, yun yung gagawin natin. Siyempre, yung pinakadulo nito sorry. Ano munang next term dito? Kasi ito, m minus 1, m minus 2, hanggang sa m minus n minus 1. Anong susunod na term dyan? M minus n. Okay, bakit naging ganyan? Kasi ito, pwede kong isulat as m minus n plus 1. Diba? Pag tinanggal ko yung parenthesis. Hindi, syempre, babawasan ko yung m minus n plus 1 ng 1, which is m minus n. Tama? And then, ang susunod ito is m minus n minus 1. Syempre, yung pinakadulo niyan ay 3, 2, 1. Right? Okay. Kailangan talagang ulitin. 3, 2, 1. Lalagyan ko to ng m minus n minus 1 hanggang sa 3, 2, 1. Okay? Kasi, essentially, parang nag-cancel ang lahat yan, di ba? At ang natira is yung nilagay ko yung naka-parenthesis doon. Nakuha ninyo? Nakuha ninyo? So, yung naka-parenthesis na yan, okay, ay yung hindi na-cancel dito na terms. Okay? Hindi. Essentially, ang ginawa ko, nag-multiply ako ng, so yung term na naka-box na orange, nag-multiply ako ng m minus n, pero syempre magdi-divide din ako ng m minus n. Right? Right? Oh, para same pa rin siya. Right? Gets? Oh, ganito. Limbawa, meron akong, ano ba, m minus n. Para maging true pa rin niya na m minus n, multiply ko siya by 3, divide ko siya by 3. Diba? So, ang ginawa ko, nag-multiply ako ng m minus n, nag-divide din ako ng m minus n. Pero pag nag-multiply din ako ng m minus n minus 1, di-divide ko din ng m minus n minus 1. Tama? Nag-multiply ako ng 3, divide ko by 3. Nag-multiply ako ng 2, di-divide ko by 2. True pa rin yung buong equation na nasa orange na box. Right? Okay. So, ano ngayon ang nasa numerator? Okay. Ang nasa numerator, considering everything na nasa numerator, it's m factorial. Tama? Include nyo na lahat. Huwag nyo nang, anong tawag dito? So, in other words, ganitong gawin natin. Yan. Kung ganyan lang. Yung nasa numerator is m factorial. Tama? By definition, ng factorial. Right? Okay. Anong nasa denominator? Yung 4? Yes. Ginagamit din siya doon. Walang yan. Okay. So, pwede ko nang isulat yung f of x, okay, as sum from n equals 0 to infinity ng m factorial over m minus n factorial x to the n over n factorial. Naintindihan niyo kung paano nangyari yan? Okay? Kasi dito, di ba, in-expand na natin. Oh, so yung naka-box, yun yung coefficient, di ba? Pero yung coefficient na yan is m factorial over m minus n factorial sa nth term. Okay? Mumultiply nyo by x to the n over n factorial, di ba? So, yan lang yung ginawa ko dyan. Okay? Okay? Now, I can write this as ganito. This is not matrix, okay, linear algebra. This is not linear algebra. It's just a notation. Okay, x to the n. Na kung saan yung notation na mn ay equal sa m factorial over m minus n factorial over n factorial. Okay. So itong coefficient na to is just this notation. Okay? Yan ay tinatawag na binomial coefficient. Coefficient siya. Coefficient. Pero yung expansion na yan, yan yung binomial expansion. Ta. Hmm?
Kung paano natin nakuha yung n factorial over n minus n factorial. Pero necessary pa siyang ganyan since di ba kapag kinuha natin yung infinite sum, ganyan magiging itsura niya sa tapos.
Yeah.
But, nilito lang kung bakit meron pa rin sa pagkakas.
Hindi. Naintindihan mo na itong numerator is m factorial. At itong denominator ay m minus n factorial. So, ano yung, hindi ko naintindihan ngayon kung bakit kung ano yung confusion. Hmm.
Where did the n minus n factorial in the numerator was cancelled?
Ano yan?
Where did the n minus n factorial in the numerator go? How was it cancelled?
Hindi siya na-cancel kasi yung definition ng m factorial is itong buo. Yung buo. Di ba hanggang sa 1, hanggang sa 1. Itong 1 na ito. Otherwise, di ba? And we are expressing it in that way kasi tignan nyo, yung naka-box ba na yan, pwede nyo bang isulat yan in summation notation? Di ba? Hindi nyo masusulat yan in summation notation as it is. So we have to simplify, which is actually complicated. A simplification that's complicated. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now that we have a new power series, syempre, anong next step? Convergence. Okay. So, tignan muna natin yung uniform convergence or absolute convergence. Mamaya na yung absolute convergence. Yung convergence lang niya muna. So, anong pwede natin gamitin dito na test? Ratio. Okay. Yes. Tignan natin kung magugustuhan nyo pa rin yung ratio test after this. M factorial over m minus n plus 1 factorial n plus 1 factorial x to the n plus 1. Yan yung a sub n plus 1. Ito naman yung a sub n. M factorial over m minus n factorial x to the n. And of course, we're taking the limit as n approaches infinity. Okay, syempre magka-cancel yung m factorial dahil wala namang n dyan. Diba? Okay, so this will become limit as n approaches infinity. Okay, ng m minus n factorial over m minus n minus 1 factorial. okay, n factorial over n plus 1 factorial x.
Okay.
Okay, sige, simplify. Ano ang m minus n factorial over m minus n minus 1 factorial? Yes. Over n plus 1. Gets?
Yes.
X.
Must be less than.
Limit of mx over n plus 1 minus limit ng as n approaches infinity ng nx over n plus 1. Okay, yung first, guess niyan?
Yeah.
Ni-evaluate natin limit term by term. Okay? Yung first term will be 0. Right?
Yes.
Yung second term, not so straightforward. Okay? Okay, pero dapat yung second term na yan must be less than 1 for the series to be convergent. Okay? Okay? Actually, walang information na binibigay sa atin yan. But if we take the limit, the limit of this absolute value, diba? So the limit as n approaches infinity of the absolute value of nx over n plus 1, now we're doing the absolute convergence, at dapat yan ay less than 1, anong makukuha natin? Actually, equal to sa absolute value ng x, right? At dapat less than 1, which means na negative 1, x 1. Yan yung range of convergence. So you can only use the binomial series expansion if for values of x that are between negative 1 and 1. Which means that dapat ang x is less than 1. Okay? Or less than or greater than negative 1. Okay? Now, kasama ba ang x equals 1? So, tignan natin. If x equals 1, then f of x is equal to, di ba, 1 plus x raised to the m. If x is equals to 1, then 2 to the m yan. 2 to the m. Okay? Which is a finite number. Hindi, kung included yung negative 1 at saka positive 1. So na-test na natin yung range. Alam natin na valid siya for negative 1 to 1. Pero kasama ba yung negative 1 at yung 1? Siyempre kailangan nyo i-test yun. Okay? 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 And we know that, okay, kasi makikita nyo rin dito, if x is equal to 1, ito yung 1 na yan, itong yan, papalitan nyo yun ng 1, ang lalabas dito is negative 1 is less than 1, which is true. Okay? And if x is equal to negative 1, okay, if x is equal to negative 1, then f of x is equal to, if x is equal to negative 1, f of x is equal to 0, which is also valid. Okay? So ngayon, ang range of convergence natin ay included yung positive 1 at saka yung negative 1. So when we use the binomial expansion, merong equal sign dyan sa ano na yan. Okay?
However, we check for the uniform. Uniform convergence.
Hindi, yan na yung uniform. Uniformly convergent siya from negative 1 to 1. And then absolutely convergent din siya dyan sa range na yun. Kasi kinuha na natin yung absolute value, di ba?
Pasok siya dun sa range, then
Yes.
Direct kung doon sa absolute value sinabi ko yung magiging one which is not tested.
then
Hindi kasi ito you're just testing the you're just testing the absolute convergence. Pero dito you're testing if x equals 1 is included. Okay, not yung absolute convergence. Okay? Okay, sige. Ano pa? Ano pang questions? Okay na?
did you raise the number of less than one?
Ha?
Yun ang tanong niya, sir. Ano, where the x is?
Ha?
And then
Which is a finite value.
So. Well,
Hindi mo naman in-evaluate yung limit eh. You plugged it in the equation. Di ba yung limit, dapat yun yung less than 1. Wala namang limit yun na ini-evaluate eh. Yeah. I understand na maraming nangyayari, di ba? Pero yun, stick lang kayo dun sa sa guidelines. Yes.
Pero yung binomial one, may range siya na originally -1 is x is greater and equal to -1 and less than 1. And then by doing that test, we're proving that it's also uniformly convergent and absolutely convergent because the limits that it approaches to is inside that range.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So, if we write the binomial expansion, para lang clear, ang binomial expansion will then is written therefore as this: f of x is equal to 1 plus x raised to the m, or in summation notation, it's sum from n equals 0 to infinity ng mn x to the n, or sum from n equals 0 to infinity ng m factorial over m minus n factorial x to the n, na kung saan yung range of convergence nito ay -1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1, or absolute value ng x is less than or equal to 1. Okay? Dito. Yes. Kanina, yes. Kanina, yes. Ngayon, no na. Buti na tanong mo.
Example.
Okay. Alam niyo bang relativity theory?
Yes.
Talaga? Ano? Special muna para mas simple. Ano ang special theory of relativity? Light travels at? Well, sa special nasabi na ni yes, and it's the fastest tawag dito, speed, yun yung speed limit, di ba? Now, merong equation that you can use to determine kung ano yung kinetic energy ng isang object traveling near the speed of light. Okay? It's m naught c squared 1 minus v squared over c squared raised to the -1/2. Na kung saan yung c is 3 times 10 to the 8 meters per second. Okay, so yan yung maximum, yan yung speed of light or the maximum speed limit for any object. Yung m naught dito is ano tawag dito, yung tinatawag na rest mass. Okay, so bakit siya tinawag na rest mass? Kasi it turns out na sa theory of relativity, anong tawag dito, as an object travels, especially near the speed of light, yung mass also changes. It becomes, the particle becomes heavier and heavier as it approaches the speed of light. So kailangan natin i-define yung rest mass para i-define yung mass niya when it is at rest. Okay, when there's no relativity theory being applied. Okay? So yung m naught dito is the rest mass. Okay. Now, ang question dito is compare with the classical kinetic energy term. Ano bang classical na kinetic energy term? M naught V squared. Okay? And how do we do that? How do we do that? Ha?
22.
Hindi. Grabe naman, lalayo pa ba tayo doon? Ano ba lesson natin thus far? Specifically, binomial. Diba? Binomial series. Pero, ano ang condition para magamit natin ng binomial series? Wala tayong restriction sa M, di ba? M can have any value. Ang M is yung power. Dito, ano yung M? No. Ano ang value ng M? Okay, remember you're comparing it with 1 plus x raised to the m. Anong value ng m? Okay, negative 1/2. Okay? And ano saan natin i-compare yung x? Negative v squared over c squared. But yung condition is that this has to be less than or equal to 1. Pero syempre, doesn't make sense kung magiging equal to 1 kasi gusto natin na classical eh. Di ba? And when we're talking about classical velocities, really yung velocity ng object is very, very much less than the speed of light. Kasi ano bang pinag-usapan natin na speeds dito? Itong 3 times 10 to the 8, that's 300,000 kilometers per second. Gaano ba kayo kabilis tumakbo? Ha? Ilan? Ha? Hindi nyo alam kung anong walking speed nyo. Alam nyo ba? Hindi. Anong typical na walking speed? Naka-idea? 4 kilometers per hour. Pero syempre, convert nyo pa yan to, di ba? To seconds. Approximately, yan ay 1.2 something, ganun. Meters per second. Okay? Walking speed yan, 1.2 meters per second versus 300,000 kilometers per second. So, di ba? V is very much less than C. So yung approach dito, if we want to compare this to the classical limit, we let V be very, very small. Di ba? And thus, yung paggamit natin ng binomial expansion. Okay. So, ang gagawin ko is ililipat ko yung m naught c squared dito para yung nasa right-hand side ay yung 1 plus x raised to the m lang na term. Okay? Okay. So, ano ang first term dito sa binomial series? Nalala niyo ba? Dito na lang tayo mag-ano. Anong first term dyan? 1. Okay. Okay, 1. Plus, anong second term? mx, di ba? mx. Okay. Anong m? Tapos, negative v squared over c squared. Okay, plus. Anong next term? M times m minus 1, x squared over 2. So, ang m is negative 1/2. Anong m minus 1? Negative 3/2. Tapos, negative v squared over c squared squared. And then may 1/2 pa ako dyan.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right? Okay. Okay, magdagdag pa tayo na isa. So, ang next na term dito is tawag dito? 1/3 factorial na yan. And then may m times m minus 1 times m minus 2 times negative v squared over c squared cubed. Right? Okay. So E over m naught c squared is equal to, okay, simplify. So 1 plus v squared over c squared times 2. Tama ba yan? Tama. Okay, plus, pag simplify natin, that's 3/8 tapos v squared over c squared. Tama? Plus 15 over, anong tawag dito? 8, pero may 3 ka pa, and then may 2 ka pa doon. So, 5 over 16. V squared over, but V squared. V to the 4th over C to the 4th. Ito ay V to the 6th over C to the 6th. And so on and so forth. Okay, ngayon ilalagay ko na yung babalik ko yung m naught c squared sa right hand side. So this will become m naught c squared. At ito magiging 1/2 m naught v squared. Okay? Plus 3/8 m naught v squared times v squared over c to the c squared pala, sorry. Plus 5 over 16 m naught v squared times v squared over c squared squared. Okay, and so on and so forth. Okay? Okay, now may konti lang tayong physics na gagamitin dito. Okay? Ngayon, this is called the rest mass of a photon. Okay? Photon lang kasi makaka-achieve ng speed of light. Okay? So, actually, i-ignore natin yan kasi we're not talking about photons. We're talking about objects that are traveling at 1.2 meters per second. Tama? Very, very small velocities. Okay? So, ito yung first term. Right? Yung second term has this. And for very, very small velocities like 1.2 meters per second over 300,000 kilometers per second, tapos isi-square mo pa yon, ito ay sobrang liit na pwede mo na siya i-consider na zero. In the same way, lalong liliit pa to, ito magiging equal to 0. And what are we left with? We are left with 1/2 m naught v naught, m naught v squared, which is yung kinetic energy sa classical limit, meaning at small velocities. Okay, so yan. Nung alin? Saan ako mag-start? So ito i-ignore natin ito. Naintindihan niyo kung bakit natin i-ignore? Kasi it doesn't apply to the particle. Kasi the particle, unless the particle is a photon, then yung photon kasi ang speed niya is c squared. Okay? So ignore niyo lang yan. Okay, so ang matitira are these terms na nandito. So itong first term, yan na yun nandito. Okay. Ito, meron ka nitong term na ito. But V is very much less than C. 1.2 meters per second, di ba? Divided by 300,000 kilometers per second. That's extremely small. I-square mo pa yan, lalo pa siyang liliit. And then i-square nyo pa yun, sobrang liit na niya. So all terms na nandito will be 0. Okay? Okay, ang natira is this one. So in the classical limit, when V is very much less than C, okay, then yung relativistic expression for the kinetic energy becomes yung classical expression of the kinetic energy. Okay, at yan ang maganda sa physics. I mean, kung meron kayong theory, okay, about something, and if you can extract it to something that you already know, okay, by using these types of expansions, okay, then alam nyo na yung theory na na-develop ninyo is sound. Like Einstein, dinevelop niya yung theory of relativity. Okay? How does he know na tama yung theory niya? Ang isang paraan para i-check is i-translate niya to very small velocities. And yung technique na ginamit niya ay power series or yung binomial expansion. Okay? Yes.
May value ko yung rest mass ng phone.
May value yung
Mass.
rest mass ng hindi, wala. Wala. Walang rest mass ang photon. O, naintindihan ko yung dilemma mo kasi may M naught dito eh.
So, after just
Hindi. Saka na pag nag-aral na kayo relativity. Kasi yung 1/2 M naught C squared is, anong tawag dito? Is relativistic energy ng photon which you can convert into mass. So yung mass conversion niya, yun yung M naught. And nangyayari yung mass conversion during nuclear reactions. So which pag-aaralan niyo pagdating sa third year ba? Basta kung kailan yung 104. Second year actually. Okay? So, tulad ng sinabi ko sa Thursday, exercise, may gagawin kayo exercise, and actually may papabasa ako sa inyo mga notes. It's another example of, anong tawag dito? Of application of binomial expansion. This is a simple pendulum. Okay? Sa 101, yung simple pendulum, if you recall, gumamit ng approximation na sin x. Hindi ko alam kung naalala niyo itong approximation na to. Ginamit yung approximation na yan sa simple pendulum. Okay, para matawag din siya ng simple harmonic motion. Doon sa papabasa ko sa inyo, walang ganyan approximation. Okay, so makikita niyo kung ano talaga yung exact na solution for a simple pendulum. And then gagamitan niyo ng binomial expansion para makita niyo na kung ano man yung na-derive niyo sa 101 still applies. Okay, so yun yung notes na i-send ko sa inyo. Okay? Okay, then Tuesday meet ulit tayo para kayo naman na magsosolve. Okay, mag-practice kayo. Okay? Thursday, exam. Sige. See you next week. Or yung iba sa inyo, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
ano pa yung reference ng physics 102, 121. Yung reference book.
Meron akong share. Wala ba akong share?
Yung parang book.
Meron yata ako share. Ilagay ko na lang sa
Sa lecture.
sa chat.
Thank you.
Session ako.
Sure.
Pero recording show sa Waloto.
Yeah.
Nakalagay sa calendar.
Hindi ko pa pinag-isipan. Kasi mamaya ko pa lang titignan yung lesson. Kung naabot tayo kung mako-cover na natin bukas.
Tapos po sa regards to sa history. Medyo nag-advance po ako dun sa binomial. Pero kasi sir, diba, meron po yung problem na dun sa electric field. Ito po. So, parang ganito po yung figure. Then, eventually, nag-lead up ako dito.
Ah,
So, ang gusto lang ko,
ginamit mo ng binomial expansion.
yes, sir. Yung